when I am working with a beginning meditator. And I actually call it, once we start to get past the initial phases, not a beginning meditator, but a beginning breather. One of the best tools that I find for people trying to make that leap from not knowing to the next level in their practice, or experienced meditators who have done transcendental meditation or have really gone into meditative states in a very deep form, they're sort of same in this way that they need some structure around their breathing practices. So I change it from, look, I'm not teaching you meditation. Really, you can notice that we're really talking about breathing. So I'm actually teaching you breathing practices. So it's kind of a breathing training session. And when I work with really experienced meditators, it's the same thing. Because they know the skill that they're going to get when they come to me is, it's very structured usually, and it has to do with breathing. Very specific ways of breathing and specific ways. So if they're meditating for an hour, then and they're used to it, or a few hours and they're used to it, but they can get up to over an hour breathing-wise, we can have some deeper talks just about what they feel inside of their body. But especially when you're making that leap from seeking meditation to understanding, in my form, that it's about breathing, I find music to be incredibly helpful to a lot of people, to most people, to 99.9% of the person, pretty much everyone. Music really helps, and music kind of helps because it sets the tone on the periphery of your mind. So it gives something for this, whatever's not directly in your consciousness, so subconscious, unconscious, whatever it is, the stuff you can kind of hear in the background a little bit, it gives that a field of play, a landscape, something to do. And then within that, you can kind of hear, feel, see, experience things coming on the big screen of your mind. But no matter what those things are, whether on the big screen or kind of background chatter, you're owning the breathing practice of it. And again, for me, I'm not a meditation teacher. I teach breathing, actually. And when we agree that I'm teaching breathing and we talk about it, then it just really comes down to having a dialogue partner who you can talk to about real breathing practices, who really does it, and kind of curate your own practice in that way. So my suggestion to you is asking yourself, if you're a meditator, are you really looking for breath work? Are you really looking to embrace quiet? Because your psychology is usually determined by your physiology. And you know, how you feel becomes what you think. What you think becomes what you feel. That whole system. But breathing, I think, is incredibly important. And there's a whole skill there. And you know, it's just going to gain more and more popularity. And I think it rightfully so. Because I think that I know I personally have very specific breathing and mobility exercises and days in my exercise routine, to where today might be a breathing and mobility movement session. It might take 15 or 20 minutes depending on what it is. It might take a little bit longer, a little bit less, but very targeted breathing, very targeted mobility in order to enhance my function. So whether it's moving from meditation to breathing, being a long-term meditator and learning structured breathing, or whether it's breathing in conjunction with mobility to free some energy within the body, all of those I think could benefit from music. But my suggestion in this video to you is, if you're a beginning meditator, think about introducing music in a very supportive way to your meditation practice and see how it goes. So check out my webpage, DominicSessa.com. Check out my Instagram. My YouTube has a ton of really good videos if you're looking for some fun insights. Sign up for my newsletter if you're not already on there, and we'll talk soon.